speaking of financial literacy, let's take a look at what Magic Johnson said about a missed opportunity, and we'll wrap up with this. What did Magic Johnson said about his missed opportunity due to lack of financial literacy? Let's take a look at this.
He came in and said, hey, I can't offer you the same type of money, but I can offer you stock.
Okay, so this is Phil Knight, the CEO of Nike, offering 100,000 in shares to Magic Johnson or cash.
Wasn't trying to hear that then.
I wasn't trying.
I wasn't trying to hear that then.
And I didn't know nothing about it.
Can you tell us a story about the time you declined equity with Nike?
Oh boy.
3 companies came in. So Converse, Adidas, and Nike. Nike was just a year or 2 old. Converse offered me the most money. So, you know, when you grow up broke, you take the money.
We talked to Magic and he turned down a similar deal.
I know, but his wasn't, he had a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I was in 1972 and 73, Nike came out with this shoe. I said, yeah, I would wear it because Phil Knight, we were all up in Portland and Seattle. So he came and said, would you wear my shoe? I said, yeah, of course I wear it. We Northwest boys, we down. Said, okay, I'm gonna give you some stock in this company. First of all, I was young too, and I'm thinking, livestock?
Yeah.
Stock. What are you talking about? Stocks?
And my family didn't come from money.
Yeah.
See?
By the way, that's what, but talk about financial literacy. I thought when somebody put your money aside a 401k. I thought 401k, I want to invest, not run a long ass race. I thought a 401k was a race.
See, that's one thing that hurt us sometimes when you don't come from money. You don't know what, I didn't even know what stocks was at that time, right? So I passed on the stocks. Can you imagine? 45 years. Oof. $5 billion that stock would have been worth today.
My boy that I let do the negotiation, he was like struggling, you know, have the bills taken care of. So he was like convincing me, man, that shoe is never going to work. Because when I was running down the floor, guys would come behind me and pop my shoe off.
So they could step on your heel and
Step
pull
on
it
my
off?
heel. That Nike didn't have the
Technology.
It was new.
Yeah,
It was a running shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Prefontaine. Yeah, it was that kind of shoe.
Prefontaine? That's crazy.
So it popping off. So I'm like, well, maybe. So I said, okay, man, I give you the power of attorney. Let me just go play. I got to play. I got to really focus on this game now because this is my chance. And when I came back, he had sold that shit. I said, man, I got the cash right here.
100,000, how much?
100,000.
So any idea what that could have been today? 10%?
It was up around 2.7 billion.
Oh, fuck that.
Years ago.
You still friends with him?
Yes.
Okay, so a couple things here. Just a takeaway. Buying stock, earning stock is the long game. I'll give you an example. My wife and I were in this conversation. So we had an exit June of 2022 of our company, PHP Agency. We had an exit, and Integrity Marketing Group acquired us. My wife got a lot. My wife and I, we got a lot of shares at the company. Stock was awarded to us because we earned it through sales goals and quotas that we hit, and we led the company for a good chunk of time. And make a long story short, I don't ever think about selling this stock. Because what did you just hear in this conversation? 20, 30, 40 years later, that would have been billions of dollars. That's what I'm hoping my stock turns into, which is invoking my 2 favorite words, delayed gratification. So when our company, eventually when it comes public one day, guess what we're not going to do? Do the dumb thing and doing what? Dumping our stock. We might take a loan against it, right? We might take a little bit off, mitigate some risk, but a lion's share of that stock is going to be there for the long term. And the cool part is we're still at the company and we're still driving the sales growth of that company. So we're really driving our stock value anyway. So I'm trusting myself with our own hands. So if you're out there right now, as we wrap up this live stream, financial literacy is helping you make educated decision. I say week in, week out. How good is this device in your hand? Whether it's an Android, a Google device, an iPhone, whatever. How good is a cell phone with all of its functionality? How good would this be in your hand if you don't know how to read and write? The only thing you know how to do is look at pictures and verbally speak what you're thinking about. You'd have to depend on this iPhone being in the possession of a translator, and you hope that they translate whatever you're sending and receiving in the right way, in the way you hope that it does. Otherwise, you relinquish what? You relinquish control. You relinquish liquidity. You relinquish opportunity. You invoke what? More failure to come your way simply because one didn't invest in financial literacy. If you like that clip, watch the next one over here. To watch the full-length episode, click over here.